After accidentally watching 3 different videos that seem to highlight how people dislike Uka, I just wanted to say that one of the reasons I like Honey Lemon Soda the most is because of Uka's growth. I find it, although her character might not be for everyone, that the fact that she can get overwhelmed with emotion and cry whether she's upset or happy is realistic for someone who has gone through the things that she's gone through. Let's remember and imagine for a moment a young girl, a young woman, who has had to keep in her emotions and not even have the option to be very honest with her parents about her school experience for at least 3 years before she finally finds a friend and eventual love interest in Kai and becomes friends with his friend group. I often see that Uka is compared with Sawako and Mio as characters who apparently are not everyone's cup of tea. And the other 2 young women are also people that I admire for their growth, because these young women don't stay stagnant, they don't stay in stasis. They have been growing throughout their story. For the case of Miho and Uka, because their stories are unfinished both in manga form and in anime form, because a season 2 has been announced for Honey Lemon Soda, thankfully, and hopefully it continues to showcase Uka's growth. In the Japanese edition of the manga, I believe we are now up to volume 27, so she certainly continues to grow quite a lot. So does Mio, and Sawako grows tremendously by the end of Kimi ni Todoke, especially in the manga. And I see recently that these other anime and manga characters keep being compared to characters such as Haruhi and other strong characters that people vibe with, and rightfully so, because Haruhi and other characters are wonderful as well. But if these characters, whomever they may be, did not have room to grow, we wouldn't have stories about them. For example, Haruhi is awesome and tends to be independent and free-thinking, but she had to learn how to rely on others because the way she lived her life when she was younger, she felt she had to do everything on her own. The members of the host club become her family, and while they are young, they teach her how to be a teenager and enjoy her life. She's not perfect, and she grows as the story continues, and that's wonderful. And so do Uka and Mio and Sawako and all the other characters most recently who seem to be what other people might consider crybabies. And I just want to say again, I think even though she might not be everyone's cup of tea, for me, Uka's growth is admirable, and we don't see the same girl from volume 1 to volume 8, for example, which is the English edition is currently up to volume 9, which will be releasing in June. We are up to volume 8 officially, that has already been released. And in the Japanese edition, I believe we are now up to volume 27. And I'm going to also showcase some of the covers of the later volumes of the manga in Japanese that you can see even without story spoilers we no longer have the same uka that we do at the beginning of the series. And I'm just a shoujo girly who supports shoujo girls and josei women and any other characters who experience growth. And I just really hope that people can enjoy fiction as much as possible. And if a character or a series isn't for you, that's okay, but you don't have to pit the fictional characters against each other to make a point about, oh, this character is great and this character is terrible. Yeah. Tap into your inner Toru Honda, because she wouldn't want other girls to be put down because they are different.